Well, 3 bear rescues this week by Colorado Parks and Wildlife highlight the start of the typical active fall season, when bears look for food to pack on those extra pounds before winter.
But there are 2 factors making the bears' mission a bit harder this year. News Channel 13's Scott Harrison is live in the University Park neighborhood of Colorado Springs, where a large male bear was rescued yesterday. Scott.
Well, the bear was in a tree behind a home in this neighborhood. It took more than 2 hours, we're told, to get that bear out of that tree. And this year, the weather, along with new ordinances, are making bears hungrier and more on the move to find food. You can hear how unhappy this bear was about having to be rounded up by Colorado Parks and Wildlife managers.
So yeah, this bear had gotten into some trash in the area and had also gotten and caused some damage to some vehicles, and so it was time to try and get him out of there.
The bear was resting in that tree in a homeowner's backyard. A neighbor showed it to us and says he watched the bear being tranquilized from up there on the homeowner's patio.
They had to give him, I think, 5 darts. I think maybe a couple of them didn't get, they hit into fatty parts of the bear, which doesn't work, I guess. So they finally got him sleepy after the 5th one.
And after a rough landing, Parks and Wildlife relocated the bear to the mountains near Trinidad. At 350 pounds, he's bigger than managers often see at this time of the year. But many other bears are not eating so well. There are 2 factors playing into the bear's food-finding mission this season. One is that because of the drought, there are fewer acorns available, and acorns are a common food source for bears at this time of the year. Also, on the west side of Colorado Springs and in Manitou Springs, there are now ordinances in effect asking people to keep their trash in bear-proof containers. Both of those factors are making it harder for the animals to find food. Earlier this week, Parks and Wildlife also rescued 2 abandoned cubs from trees. It's unclear whether lack of food forced the mothers to abandon those cubs. Well, coming up at 6, we're going to tell you some tips on what to do just in case you encounter a bear as it's looking for food, no matter how scared you might be. We're live in Colorado Springs. Scott Harrison, KRDO News Channel 13.